Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and more on WWE 2K23, where today we have new screenshots to share, the first rating reveals, and we have new info on the improvements to Backstage brawls. Before we get into any of that though, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest news on WWE 2K23, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. So let's start things off with some new screenshots, the first of which came during Saturday's Elimination Chamber event as the WWE Games Twitter account released this new screenshot of Austin Theory. Based on the screenshot, Theory looks to have received a pretty big upgrade this year, as comparing this screenshot to his model in last year's game, you can see that there's a big difference, as the new version, at least in my opinion, looks to be 100 times better. Based on the replies to the screenshot, everyone seems to be happy with the model, though there were a few comments complaining that he doesn't have the full beard, though that's because at the time of the cut-off period he was still rocking the goatee. Moving on, we have our first look at Trish Stratus, as Trish's official website released this new screenshot. Unlike Austin Theory, who received a big upgrade, Trish's model is the same one that's been used for a few years now, with the attire also being the same, as it's the same attire she's had since 2K19. Because of this, the Trish screenshot has received a lot of backlash from the community, as Trish is just the latest in a series of legends to use the same attire, and given that she's appeared quite often over the years, and the rumours of an upcoming return, then it's a shame that we're getting the same version of Trish, as it would have been nice to get an updated model. Staying with Trish, her official website also went on to reveal her rating, where it was revealed that she's rated 93 this year, which is 5 points higher than 2K22, where she was rated 88. The reveal of Trish's rating kicked off a mini ratings reveal, as the WWE Games account went on to share some additional ratings, with the first of those coming via a video of former Toxic Attraction members JC Jane and Gigi Dolan. The video, which seen the pair trying to guess their ratings, seen JC Jane announced as 80, with Gigi 1 point higher on 81. Following the video, the WWE Games Twitter account went on to share some additional ratings, the first of which was R-Truth, who was revealed to be rated 72, which is 5 points lower than he was in 2K22. Also dropping some points was AJ Styles, as Styles is rated 89 this year, which is 2 points lower than last year. Receiving the biggest drop so far, we have last year's cover star, Rey Mysterio, whose rating was revealed to be 82, which is a drop of 8 points from the 90 that he had last year, which does seem like a steep drop, though if you look at the matches that he's had, he's actually lost the majority of them since 2K22 was released, so it's no surprise that his rating has suffered. Also revealing a rating, we had the official China Twitter account, who revealed China's rating as 88, which is 1 point higher than she was in 2K22. So that's the first round of ratings. However, the full ratings reveal is set to take place this Wednesday at 2 PM ET on Up Up Down Down. For those in the UK, that's 7 PM on Wednesday and 8 PM for those in Central Europe. Up next, we have some news on Backstage brawls, as during the recent WWE 2K23 preview event, WWE Games YouTuber Luge spoke with Creative Director Lynell Jinks and asked him what we can expect from Backstage brawls. Replying to the question, Jinks brought up some of last year's concerns and how they've addressed them in 2K23. Jinks said, last year, one of the things people said were, how come I can't interact with the car, how come I can't do this? So we've added some of those fan favourites back into the game. I think they'll be happy. Luge followed up the question by asking if there would be any changes to the backstage or a new area to explore, to which Jinks confirmed that the layout itself will remain the same. It's still the same layout, which is not a bad thing, right? There's a lot of height and things to interact with that height, so I think people will be happy. Continuing to question Jinks, Luge asked about the amount of players that we can use backstage and whether the match type is still restricted to one-on-one. Replying to the question, Jinks said it's still the same format, but that's one of the things that we definitely want to plan on improving in future years, even like potentially seeing multiplayer online. One day, that's the goal, we know that's what people want, so there's always stuff for us to strive for, but for me, with what we've added this year, people will be really happy. Hearing these updates from Jinks, it's great to know that the team have taken on board the frustrations with last year's game and that they're working to address them, as well we got a brand new area to explore in 2K22. So much of the area, especially the parking lot, felt like an empty shell, as there was nothing that we could interact with. This year though, given Jinx's comments, it sounds like this time around we'll at least see the return of car finishes, as well as more environmental attacks, which should help to improve the area and give players more things to do. While it's good to know that the backstage area will see some new features added, the downside to Jinx' comments is knowing that the match will still be limited to one-on-one, as with such a large area to explore, it's a real shame that backstage brawls aren't available to more players, as I feel there's so much more fun to have if you're brawling with an opponent on one level and then all of a sudden you have people being thrown off for diving from the top around you. I guess the good news though is that is something that they're looking at for the future, so hopefully next year the match will be open to a lot more players. So that's the latest roundup of WWE 2K23 news, including the first round of rating reveals, so let me know what you make of them in the comments, and make sure to stay tuned to the channel this week as I'll have full coverage of the ratings reveal on Wednesday, as well as this week's ringside report. Until then though, thank you so much for watching this video, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.